Smith coming down from the offense. He's just having an exceptional game.
Braeden Smith could seal it here. He knocks that down.
When you arrived at Gonzaga, you knew a redshirt year was ahead, a chance to focus on development without the opportunities of games. Now that you've come through that experience, in what ways do you feel your game has grown the most?
I think my game has grown the most in being able to see the game slow down a little bit. You know, being on the sideline this year, I was able to see it from a different point of view. And so I think reading the game, I got a lot better at reading the game. I think I improved, you know, shooting-wise, ball screen reads, defense got better as well. So those are a couple areas I think I improved during my redshirt year.
Without the need to save your legs for game day, you had more freedom to focus on your personal development. Whether it was working with Coach Knight or Coach Gentry or others on the staff, how did you take advantage of that extra time to grow as both a player and as a person?
As a player, I wanted to really gain mobility, and working with Coach Knight, he helped me do that a ton and just kind of build that, not maybe put on as much muscle, but be able to, you know, take hits better, have better balance, better core. And then as a person, I was able to grow. You know, being a red shirt takes a lot of patience and grace. And so I think I became a much more patient person throughout this red shirt year, understanding like long-term versus short-term.
And last season, you had the chance to train and go head-to-head with Ryan Nembhard, arguably one of the top point guards in the country. What was it like practicing alongside him? And were there things about his approach or work ethic that influenced your approach as you prepare for this upcoming season?
It was great being able to work with Ryan and practice against him and compete against him. High-level player, had one of the better college seasons as a point guard in recent history. So being able to watch him up close, ask him questions, helped me. And from his approach standpoint, just he wants to win and he'll do whatever it takes to win. And seeing that in person is inspiring. So that's something that I want to take as well moving forward.
And during games, we'd often see you on the bench with a tablet in hand. What were you focused on in those moments? Were you looking at things to support the team overall, or were you zoning in on helping Ryan from a point guard's perspective?
Yeah, for the most part, I wrote down like prior to the game what our game plan was. And then as the game goes on, I'm marking down plays, like are we executing, are we not executing? Are there things that I'm seeing on the sideline that could help Ryan or help another player on the court? Oftentimes during halftime, players would have some time alone and I would kind of list off some of the things that I saw to, you know, help us or tell us to continue to do for us to have success.
Did a coach come to you with that, or how did that begin for you?
Yeah, I just wanted to help as much as I could. Knowing I couldn't play, like I just tried to find any way to help us be better and help us win games. And part of that was also Coach Gentry had me do like game day reports from after the game. And so that kind of also helped me keep track of the game and helped me, you know, make my reports a little easier.
Last offseason, Coach Few had limited availability while coaching Team USA. This summer, with his full focus here in Spokane, what has his message been to you personally during this offseason, and what is he challenging you to bring to the team as you head into this upcoming season?
For me, Coach Few's challenged me defensively, knowing that I'm a quicker, smaller guard, being able to get up into the ball, cause chaos with ball pressure, and just be tough. And then offensively, just run the show, you know, take care of the ball, make sure the guys are in the right places and that we're executing to our best ability.
Another coach who's very involved in your development, Coach Gentry, played a big role in your recruiting and really sold you on the value of redshirting. Now that you're stepping into this opportunity, what have you and Coach Gentry been focusing on this offseason to grow your game, both offensively and defensively?
Offensively, I think it's making the right play every time, knowing when to score, knowing when to slow down and get us a look, knowing when to get it inside. So just kind of like figuring that out offensively and defensively. He's also been really on me about being pesky, getting swipes, trying to get as many steals or deflections as possible. And so those are two things, offensively and defensively.
You and Coach Gentry, I would say, are both probably film junkies. Are there any former Zags or current pros you've been studying together, guys whose play style lines up with those things you're trying to work on?
Yeah, there's a lot of variety. Former Zag, we watch Ryan Nembhard a lot. He just guarded SGA in the finals and gave him problems. We've watched TJ McConnell. We watched Jalen Brunson. There's a handful of guards that we try and just pick things from, and he thinks that could help me in our offense.
Was there any kind of a player like that growing up for you that you kind of gravitated towards, knowing that that was going to be or what you were looking to achieve?
I loved Chris Paul growing up. I thought that I played similarly to him, like knowing when to score, knowing when to facilitate, really competitive, and that's someone that I looked up to growing up.
Beyond developing your game, you've also focused a lot on becoming a complete athlete. Over the last year and into this offseason, you've worked closely with Coach Knight on your physical development. What have you and Travis specifically targeted to grow your athleticism, or what's it been like working with him through that process?
It's been great. I've enjoyed every day working with TK. He is extremely creative. I've done stuff and exercises that I've never even thought of before with him. Attacking a lot of hip mobility, shoulder mobility, like I said, core strength earlier, and kind of these quick twitch drills we're doing. So just being able to accelerate, decelerate extremely quickly. And so those have been a couple things over the past year we've been working on.
You came into college with a versatile athletic build, as is thanks in part to being a two-sport athlete with football in high school. Your younger brother, Bryce, took a similar path, but is now starting his college football career nearby at Eastern Washington University. How special is it for you to have him just a town over as he begins his chapter of college sports?
It's amazing, truly a blessing. You know, he actually lived with me throughout this summer, just because they couldn't have housing out there or whatever. So he stayed with me, and just having him out here and him going back and forth to Eastern Washington was a ton of fun, and just like a glimpse of what the next couple of years will look like. And I'm super excited for him and his journey. They started fall camp the other day, so he's reporting back to me, you know, the grind that is. And it's something that I haven't experienced, so it'll be cool to follow his journey there. And I'm very, very happy to have him out here.
So you're obviously going to go to games, and are you going to bring some of the guys
with
you?
Yeah, we've already talked about that. The guys, they've
they've probably met him.
Yeah, they've met him, hung out with him a couple of times, so they're already talking about what games can we go to. So I'm sure there'll be a couple games we'll be out there.
So let's say you're behind center like you were in high school, but let's say now you're behind center. You break off a scramble for a deep run, and the only thing between you and the end zone is Bryce.
Okay.
How are you handling that? How are you getting around him,
Yeah.
or is he handling business?
He is not handling business. We talk about this all the time. It's like, I don't think he could ever tackle me in the open field. So I'll probably just use my speed, give him a little hesitation, have him break down and go by him, but I'm definitely getting to the end zone on that one.
Okay, maybe if I see him, I'll have to tell him you said
He would
that, or
say
he'll see
otherwise.
this.
Yeah, he would say otherwise.
Building off that football connection, you played quarterback in high school at Seattle Prep, which is pretty similar, I would say, to like a point guard in basketball. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name some of the guys you played with or you currently play alongside. Okay. And from your QB perspective, tell me what position you think they'd play on the football field based on how they play basketball and then also their personality. Okay? So let's go. Graham Ike.
Graham Ike. I'd say he'd be a great edge rusher.
And that's just because
he's violent. He's violent out there, and he's going to get to the quarterback for you, for sure.
Ben Gregg.
Ben Gregg. I like Ben at tight end. Yeah. He's a security blanket. He'll block, can run a little bit. I like that at tight end.
Emmanuel Innocenti.
Defensive back, corner. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, you wouldn't want to face up with him.
Tall, got size. Yeah, that'd be a tough matchup.
Braeden Huff.
B Huff. I like B Huff at quarterback. We've actually been out a couple times, you know, just playing catch or flag football or whatever, and he can throw it a little bit tall, can see over the line, so I like B Huff at quarterback.
Nolan Hickman.
Nolan Hickman, I like him slot receiver. Quick twitch, fast, catch the ball, get upfield.
Ismailia Diagne.
Izzo. I like Izzo. Give me left tackle. He's going to protect your blind side.
Adam Miller.
Outside receiver. Big target, strong, deep ball.
Like Deshaun Jackson or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Caleb Battle.
Oh, Caleb Battle. That would be another receiver, I think. Athletic, quick twitch. I think he'd be another good receiver.
Ryan Nembhard.
Another quarterback, cerebral. He could be a little dual threat. Run when need to. I can see that.
Okay, so yeah, if Gonzaga brought a football team, triple option, B Huff, you, Nembhard, all in the backfield.
Yeah. That would be special.
All the guys we've talked about just now are bona fide competitors, and now with the roster reloaded, you've got two new guards, Adam and Mario. How has training and competing with them been so far during these first few weeks of offseason, and what do you like about each of their games?
It's been great getting to compete with them, learn their games, be around them. You know, Adam is a vet, been around the block a couple times, and so having his voice in the gym has been great. He's a really hard worker. And he shoots it really well. So when we're in shooting drills, like he's not missing, and I can't, like that makes me not want to miss. So just him challenging me in that has been great. And then Mario, his game's just so unique, like compared to what we typically see here, being from Spain. And so having him around and his different thought process and what he sees has been great to pick his brain from and be around him. So it's been awesome.
In any sport, building your skill set goes hand in hand with developing the mental toughness to face challenges head on. You're clear about your mental approach with the motto, win the day. When did that mentality really click for you, and what does winning the day look like in your daily routine?
It was probably 2 years ago. Trae Young had been tweeting like another day, another opportunity, and I really liked that. And then maybe like a little after I had been retweeting that, I started with win the day, just because like the Lord has given us another day, another opportunity, right? Yeah. And you got to do whatever it takes, you know, to make that day count. You can't waste any days. Don't know when your last one will be, so just make sure you make the most of each day. For me, a lot of the times that is bringing energy, doing well in workouts, doing well in the weight room, talking to my family, talking to my friends, you know, making sure I'm getting done what needs to be done.
And faith is a part of that process of developing that mental toughness, I would say. Are you someone who leans on faith, and if so, how does your relationship with God help you challenge yourself both on the court and in life?
Yes, big on faith. Grew up Catholic, but I think going to Seattle Prep really helped me like reconnect that relationship with God. And with those challenges, like I just put it all in His hands, knowing that like trusting in Him, and whatever the outcome will be, the outcome will be. A big thing that my family talks about is like, it's already written. And so just knowing that, and like that kind of helps, you know, take the stress off a little bit and just go out and compete or go to class or like whatever it is, you know, just being able to be more present in the moment, knowing that the Lord's going to take care of you no matter what.
On top of that, with faith and being here at a Jesuit university, that is a piece of the bigger picture of Gonzaga's culture. From your time in the program, have you seen this new group of guys embrace that Zag culture while also carving out your guys' own team identity, especially with the turnover from last season?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. This summer has been really big on Zag culture, learning the history, learning the people who came before us, how like this foundation was built, the shoulders that we stand on now today. And we want to continue to protect that culture and enhance it so that the future generation of Zag guys who come here, you know, understand what it is, and you can just keep building off of that. TK has really led that with these Zag one-on-one meetings that we've had weekly throughout the summer, where we were learning more about the program. And the coaches talk about, you know, just continuing to, like, the standard is the standard, like we got to uphold it, and it's in our duty to do so. And so we take that with a lot of pride, and I think it's been great.
On top of that, this is your second summer in Spokane. How have you enjoyed spending your downtime, whether on your own or hanging out with the teammates, just any of the stuff outside of putting work in, hooping?
With the team, we've actually, it's funny, like we've been hanging out as a whole team a lot, like all the guys there. We've been going to movies, video games, of course, nights out. So it's been a lot of fun. And then myself, like I said, I had Bryce here with me. So a lot of the time we're just hanging out, playing Uno, building Lego sets. Like that's more my speed kind of when I'm down at home by myself. So.
With the opportunity to play this season, what's something you saw last year that you're excited to experience firsthand now that you'll be suiting up?
I think those last 10 minutes of warm-up here at the kennel, when all those chants and the traditions start going on, it's a very special thing that we have here. And last year, I get goosebumps almost every time. And so I'm really excited to just be in the warm-up line, knowing I'm getting ready to play, experiencing that.
Well, Braeden, appreciate your time. Thanks for sitting down with me.
Thank you, appreciate it.